I'm tempted to have a good look around this park, but the aim was really to visit the lake, wasn't it? But now I'm here. Let's see, there's a statue over here. Why not? Phew, what a beautiful big park. I wonder why the guy didn't mention this. Maybe the lake is just so astonishing that he forgot to mention the beautiful park. Place your money, place your bets. What do you think? Taras Shevchenko, Adam Mickiewicz? No. Oh, it is Taras Shevchenko. It's Taras Shevchenko, but not as I've seen him before, because he's clean shaven, there's no moustache. As a younger man, with his painting kit. Look how beautiful this is. Obviously extremely popular. It is a Sunday, so you'd expect on a day of fine weather that people would flock here, and who can blame them? Probably tired of going to the lake all the time, maybe get bitten by mosquitoes. I wonder if this is called Taras Shevchenko Park, because this is the second representation of him with that big moustache. That's more what we're used to, isn't it? And what a beautiful lamp. And they've even got some bird. Oh, damn. I was hoping there'd be an exotic bird. They've got some bird feeding stations here, but it's the pesky pigeons again. Very simple bird houses, bird feeders. But nice to see that somebody's putting in the effort. Treetop climbing thing over there as well. So it's not just about relaxation and enjoying the beauty of the park. Here's our first view of the lake. I seem to be going in the same direction as a couple with a nice dog. I hope they don't think I'm following them. It's just complete coincidence. I thought they'd veered off to the right, but no, the people with the dog are back again. What have we got here? Armillary sphere. I've never heard of that before. Scientific project of Ivano Frankivsk National Technical University of Oil and Gas. The sundial reads solar time. To obtain the mean clock time, add or subtract the number of minutes indicated by equation of time curve. Subtract 1 hour from October to April from sundial time. I don't know about you, but that went completely over my head. I didn't even know it was a sundial. But it's got some numbers along this band. But yeah, it's lost on me. Well, I presume the scientists know that it works. Personally, I know nothing about basketball whatsoever, but they usually have more than 3 players on each team, don't they? This must be some special little tournament. Obviously, there are professional film crews here, so again, it's a sport I'm not familiar with. But I can see already why that guy in the dorm said to me that it was a lovely place to come to at sunrise or sunset. I saw on the map on Google again. Again, I have to say I'm not promoting Google Maps, but it is handy, isn't it? There was something called Love Island here. It's a little walkway and it goes out to an island, but I don't think it's anything to do with that TV show of the same name. I suppose it's probably connected with starting up a fad, perhaps, after wedding photos. The couple come down and walk across to Love Island in the middle of the lake to get pictures taken. What do you think? And there's a distinct absence of bird life. You'd expect the ducks to have moved in, if not swans, wouldn't you? But there are no waders. Only humans pedaling away. So where did all the ducks go? And you know what I'm going to say? The couple with the dog are here as well. What are the chances? I need to forge ahead so they don't think I'm stalking them. You've got at least 10 different types of fish living in the water. Phew, it'd be nice to have a bit of shade, I think. That's the one thing that's missing from this nice walkway. There I was, being a doubting Thomas. This must be the walkway to get over to Love Island. What's on Love Island? I feel as though I haven't got a right to go there actually as a single guy on his own. But I'm curious. Finally, some bird life. We do have some ducksies. Let's do the touristic thing then. Walk over the bridge and have a, I was going to say poke around Love Island, but I'm glad I didn't say that. Have a look around Love Island. Yes. I have to say that's a bit surprising. Not many people prepared to commit themselves to buying a padlock and having their loved one's name engraved. And yes, the couple with the dog have caught me up. So it seems inevitable. Hello, Pupster. Our paths are intertwining, just like the people's hearts. What's a bluff old cove like me doing here on Love Island? I don't know. You know what I'm going to say, don't you? That's a very nice ornamental trash bin. Don't you think? I know, only I could see something like that and appreciate it. One big advantage if you do come here is, I don't know how it's possible, but no mosquitoes. No midges of any kind, which is a big plus, isn't it? A huge body of water like this lake. You'd think that they would love such a place, but nope. Seems to be blessed. Right, had a bit of a wash, now having a bit of a brush up. Whoa! Got to keep the feathers in fine order, haven't we? Ooh, and scratch that itch. More little bit of fungi. Oh, can you see Love Island and the Love Bridge way off in the distance? Probably can't hear it, but there's thunder rolling in the background. Oh, there's a wake park. When I say a wake park, there's one takeoff ramp. Some paddle boarding opportunities. Ooh. Dark clouds gathering. Are we going to suddenly see some lightning, I wonder? What's this? Chicken fight? Or chicken mating dance? Well, we've got a fancy Franciszek Romashkin restaurant here. And it mentions Elizabeth Park. Perhaps this was the original name of the park. Maybe it's still known as Elizabeth Park today. Let's get a little closer. I was seeing some names there. Stanisławiv, Stanislaviv, and Stanislaw. That was the name of the original settlement, estate, which was here and grew into the city where we are today. However, in 1962, the name changed to Ivano Frankivsk, as recently as 1962. Before that, it was known by those three previous versions of the name, all relating to Stanisław Potocki, of course. There had to be a Potocki with his finger in the mix, didn't there? Apparently in the 17th century, the Potockis bought out another Polish noble family, purchased the estate, and held sway here for several hundred years. 3, I think, to be precise. We've got Nelly the elephant here, covered in spiders' webs. Nelly the elephant packed her trunk and said goodbye to the circus. Off she went with a trumpety trump, 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 trump. Oh no, not Trump. What else can we see here in the beautiful park? This Elizabeth Park is massive. It's a huge kids' amusement play area, which I'm not going anywhere near for obvious reasons. And then there's all this besides. Incredible. A few little cafes, as well as the fancy restaurant. And all this tree and grass and shrub, and a few flowers here and there. Well, it's a super place. I'm surprised that couple with the dog didn't decide, no, this is the place for us. The dog's going to love it. More than just walking across to Love Island. But each to their own. Maybe it's a favourite place of the dog, who knows? He could have been the one who decided to lead the way. They just say, where do you want to go walkies? And he took them to Love Island. Okay, now, you may well remember that I made reference to a building which I thought might have been a Potocki palace. I'm none the wiser as to whether it is or not, just yet anyway. But here it is from the park side, just by complete chance. I've happened upon it. Very nice too. I'm thinking that could be a contender for Potocki Palace, but equally it could be something entirely different. Really should have done my homework, shouldn't I? Should have been ready for this. But I'm not. Hey, we like surprises. Does that sound like a convincing spin I'm putting on this? Or does it just sound like typical lazy, backpacking, travelling guy who doesn't bother to do anything other than respond to things that he sees as he blunders around? Some very nice flowers here. This is obviously the original. And, well, more than tipping their hat, there's a direct imitation here with this modern build. Don't know what that's doing there at all, but maybe it's a modern reconstruction of something like an older building which was once here. And they do look like separate buildings now that I'm seeing from this angle. So I don't think it's one, I don't think this can be Potocki Palace. It's not one building. So it's just some very fine architecture overlooking the park on this side. Whoever owned it, don't know. It will have to remain a mystery. Maybe I'll try and find out on the internet. Maybe I'll try and find out where that Potocki Palace is, if there is one. Maybe it's a bit of a day trip from outside of the centre. We'll have to look into this. Oh, I've just seen the first bit of lightning. Right. Where did I put that umbrella? Oh, that's right. I left it in the locker. Go! Something you don't see every day on a manhole cover. What's the connection with a car? I remember one of the things I used to jokingly say was there seemed to be an apteka every other shop. When I first came to Ukraine, it really struck me, the number of little chemists or pharmacies which were littered throughout Kiev, for example. It's been a while since I've actually had my comment come back, not to haunt me, but just to remind me that it's still possible to get almost 4 aptekas in a row. Can you believe it? Oh no, don't tell me that. It is. Holy macaroni. This is 5 aptekas. Where do you even begin? 5 aptekas, 5 chemists, not only on the same street, but basically pretty much right next to each other. And that is probably of absolutely no interest whatsoever to anyone other than me. But it's incredible. I feel sort of speechless, to be honest. 5 aptekas, how on earth did they make any money? Unless I'm in an area which has the only aptekas. Maybe there are no other aptekas in Ivano Frankivsk. Maybe the people in this part of the city are particularly unhealthy. I can't begin to think how come there would be so many. Oh, and here we are. We're 169 kilometers from Lviv. That's quite a hike if you felt like walking it. Oh, hello. Hello. What have we got here then? It's Western Ukraine. So of course it means rain. It's been coming. Surprising it's not heavier. At least I was down underground in the basement of this shopping complex where the ATB supermarket was the only establishment actually open on a Sunday. The currency exchange place was closed as well. And if you did find one on a Sunday, I don't think I stressed this enough yesterday when I changed some money, you will get a worse rate on a Sunday compared to on a Saturday. You're likely to get a worse rate on a Saturday than you would on a weekday, and you're likely to get a worse rate after 5-6 o'clock in the evening, afternoon, evening. Just as a general rule of thumb, that's been my experience on previous visits to Ukraine. How I'm going to get back from here to the ranch and stay dry, not entirely sure, but hopefully the rain will just ease off because it doesn't seem very strong. Thank you very much for joining me on this little walk to the lake. It wasn't a complete washout, so we have to be thankful for that at least, don't we? If you care to like the video, kindly press the like button. If you feel like subscribing and you haven't already done it, now might be just the right time. Until the next time, hopefully the sun will be out, the rain will have stopped, the clouds will have rolled on by, and we can have another sunny day in Western Ukraine. Let's hope so. Bye for now.